Hello, Uggies Worldwide. I'm Dave Kassler, amateur radio call sign KE0OG, here with another episode of Ask Dave. Today's question comes from James KM7KK, and he's got a wild handlebar mustache, which you can just see on the picture in here. And he says, longtime subscriber and love your show. I have heard two different versions of repeater IDing. The repeater only has to ID every 10 minutes while the repeater is in use, or the repeater must ID every 10 minutes regardless of idle time or use. That is an easy question. Number one is the correct option. A repeater does not have to identify it if it is not in use. Now, it can, from time to time, just to show that it's active, but normally it does not. Normally, what happens is when you talk into a repeater, it waits until you are done, and then it IDs, okay? So if it's kerchunked, it IDs. Also, if it's been less than 10 minutes since the last time it ID'd, it won't ID again. Now, what will happen in terms of IDing is it'll try to ID, most do, in the period of time between a person letting go of their push-to-talk and the time that the repeater cuts the squelch, it'll ID in there. Now, if you don't give it any chance, and this is very poor repeater etiquette, if as soon as the other guy stops, you jump in so that there is no space between conversations, it's going to have to ID over the top of you, and it will. Now, I will point out, I said that that is not best practice for repeater use. The best practice for repeater use is to always leave a short period of no conversation between every transmission. The reason for that is because that way people can break in. And the way they break in is by stating their call sign, KE0OG. If you use the word break, KE0OG, means you have urgent or priority traffic. Break, break, or break, break, break. Now we're getting into the Mayday region, okay? Normally you just insert your call sign. Now, you may ask, but they don't come back to me. They don't talk to me. Well, they may or may not be hearing you. If they are hearing you and they have an urgent conversation they want to complete, they may just go ahead. I remember I had some priority traffic trying to break into a repeater. Turns out I did not have the CCTSS code in there, so I couldn't break the repeater. So there's all those ins and outs, but generally best practice is when you let up from the mic, let the other guy wait a second before he comes back. That may be before or after the repeater squelch tail, but there's a space in there that people can come in and join the conversation for whatever region. So there's the answer to your question. I hope that helps, James. And be sure to check out on the website at dkassler.com a little known thing for sale. I took my top 10 all-time best hits videos and put them on a little thumb drive for $29.99 or $95. Postpaid anywhere in the U.S. So that's all it costs. If you purchase from Colorado, you'll have to pay the Colorado state tax. Now, the thing is that, okay, now what's this good for? It can be used for club presentations, your own private study, a group gathering, whatever you may want to use it. It's there if you want it. So, until we next meet, 73.